just got to the end of the second stage of sorting and installing MemPalace. Towards the end of sorting through PowerShell, I noticed a lot of regression happening in the errors. So today I'm starting with some notes and a conversation with ChatGPT to see what it has to say about what was going wrong and why. Largely, it's a communication error. For example, my son and I today realized that I've been looking for something that he assumed I had based on one logic, and I assumed he had based on another. Turns out what both of us thought made perfect sense, but it was a document about the car that is his. And so for me, every time I filed it, I put it away in his paperwork. For him, the car is mine, which it is. The car insurance says it's mine, or says that I drive it, and he doesn't drive it. And so for him, the only thoughts were that I could have it. But his girlfriend knew that he had the paperwork. So today, when I'm looking for the paperwork and trying to replace it, I'm just like, yeah, I tore through loads of boxes of things that needed to be sorted. But in the end, when he arrived and we talked about why, two absolutely logical ideas. But because we didn't know what to communicate to one another, we wound up not, well, we got there in the end by accident. Um, it seems harder to get to a logical conclusion that makes sense to me and makes sense to ChatGPT. So I have begun here with where should we begin today? We're going to do a file organization analysis. I want to create files for MemPlace regarding regarding file organization, which allows for generating warnings that regression is taking place. Warnings which communicate from ChatGPT to me that my communication is creating communication errors. Is that possible? Be concise when generating comments. I didn't have my glasses on and I see that I needed them. Number number each thought separately, and I will respond to each separately. Wow, bad spelling. I mean, chat has to decide what I possibly could have meant when I say file instead of tile. And you're essentially designing a communication monitoring layer for your workflow between MemPalace plus ChatGPT, where patterns in your instructions trigger regression warnings. I'm ready. Paste text. So I asked Chat to analyze what had gone wrong between us because we had some issues and I had to call out this is regression. And I made some suggestions about what I thought I was doing wrong. And so, following this point, and before we step into where I start file organization today, I thought it'd be a really good idea to just get an analysis. So, use your exact system tightened, one to loop, two sort, three rule. No mixing mid-run. If something fails, we stop, inspect, adjust once. No layering commands. So today, after we write this MemPalace script, we're going to restart from fresh batch inside extracted. Today actually solved something important. Extensions are unreliable. This was the NEF files that somehow are contaminated. So the image is there, the file extension isn't there. Inside the OneDrive zip, you still have that it says NEF 2378, but when the image is being moved through PowerShell, you're getting the message that it can't be found. So somehow the file extension is being lost, but the image is being preserved, which PowerShell recognized. But when I had to double check for how images moved, um, they hadn't. And since I'm copying, not moving images first, you have to triple check that you're not deleting 2,000 images. So today actually solved something important. Extensions are unreliable in your data set. So tomorrow we design with that in mind, cleanly, not reactively. So then I asked Chat for the progress. So we have a core pipeline reestablished, extracted, sorted, cleanup. That loop works again. Images are being recovered correctly. Metadata problem identified. Extensions less isolated. Miscellaneous files mostly cleared. Disk and workflow stable, no data loss. The regression drifted from simple loop to reactive patching. So the simple loop that's here, extracted, sorted, cleanup. The reactive patching would be something like the NEF files are not showing up with the NEF extensions in the data set. And then we spiral through that an hour and a half. So the commands became too long and inconsistent. Mixed strategies, extension-based versus exclusion-based versus robocopy. So robocopy is when it's just a force copy, and that came into effect as the regression continued. Lost clarity on source versus destination, contaminated folders, images had non-images. What went well? I caught direction errors early. So when chat was telling me to do something that didn't make sense, or I felt we've done this, I, I began to have confidence in myself and trust that. I enforced copy first safety, step-by-step control, I identified extension unreliability, visibility issues versus actual file state, and I stopped when system became unstable. What to improve? One method per phase. No mixing approaches mid-run. Short commands only. One block equals one action. This is a block, so this is one action. No assumptions. Always verify path plus output before next step. Strict roles. C staging equals work. Sorted equals results. Command rules moving forward. One command, run, verify, continue. No chaining commands. Always confirm the source and the destination. Use move item for final. Copy item only when testing. If output is unclear, inspect, don't patch. Key insights. Extensions cannot be trusted. Folder contamination happens easily. Must clean after sort. Robocopy is powerful but opaque, so use sparingly. Visibility is not reality. Always verify via PowerShell. Correction protocol. If something feels wrong, stop, inspect, get child item, confirm paths. Adjust once, continue, no stacking fixes. Next step, resume point. We do not continue from messy state. We restart clean, new batch, OneDrive extracted. Run clean, simplified sort script. Run cleanup, repeat loop. Resume command when ready, resume simple loop, we proceed with. So that was the analysis that I had chat produce. And then I decided, okay, we're going to create the MPalace text document structured for monitoring, plus regression warnings, plus command discipline. So this is the MemPalace file. Let's copy this, create a text document. So here's the copy icon, click that, you see a check appear when it's clicked. Let's close that. And so this is the conversation. So system file organization, communication monitor. Purpose, detect regression in workflow plus communication. Trigger warnings when clarity, structure, or control degrades. 1. Core loop locked, small batch download, move, extracted, run, sort, run, cleanup. Okay. Rule, do not modify loop structure during execution. Warning trigger, if steps are skipped, reordered, or expanded mid-run, regression. Sort phase, controlled, allowed, expanded file type coverage, neftif, etc. Default fallback is miss. Not allowed, adding new logic mid-run, mixing sort strategies. Warning trigger, if multiple sorting methods appear in same run, this is drift. 3. Critical reset, rule set. No fixing mid-run. If failure, stop, inspect, adjust once. No chaining commands. That's part of critical reset. Warning triggers. Commands exceed single action. Overload. Multiple fixes applied without verification. Stacking error. 4. Communication failure detection. A length drift. If commands become longer multi-step, warning, loss of atomic control. B, strategy warning. Extension versus exclusion versus robocopy. Mixed, warning, system drift. Path uncertainty. Source, destination unclear. Running, warning, structural risk. Folder contamination. Mixed file types in target folders. Warning, sort failure. I sound like a robot. File enforcement. C staging equals work area. Sorted equals final result. Rule. Roles must not overlap. Warning trigger. If files move backward or re-enter staging, loop corruption. 6. Command discipline. Format one command, run, verify, continue. Use copy item for testing, move item for final. Require always confirm source destination, warning triggers, multiple commands issued together, chain error, execution without verification, blind step. Verification protocol. If output unclear, inspect, get child item, do not patch blindly. Warning trigger. If user reacts without inspection, reactive mode. Known system truths. Extensions are unreliable. Visibility is not actual file state. Robocop is powerful but opaque. Limit use. Warning trigger. If decisions rely only on extensions, false sort logic. Correction protocol locked. If error, stop, inspect, confirm paths, adjust once, continue. Rule, no layered fixes. If multiple corrections stack, cascade failure. Reset condition. If system becomes messy or unclear, full stop, discard current state, restart from. Okay. Regression summary signals, if any occur, commands getting longer, confusion about paths, mixed sorting logic, unexpected files and folders, repeated fixes. Action, return to clean loop. Resume command, resume simple loop. End system. Okay. I have been heard. Okay, so here's your text block. I'm ready. I will one, analyze, two, extract warning patterns, three, add only what strengthens the symptom to bloat. Um, that was the only text block. So what was this file to be named? What? So now that I've created the text document, I need to save. This is MemPalace File Organization Monitor, V1 text. So let's go to File, Save As. Box. I think I can take the TXT off. Save that. Location. Same level as your workflow scripts. Oh, okay. That's the wrong level. Do not save to inside inbox. Inbox equals intake temporary. This file control system must be stable, always accessible. Huh. I wonder if that's one of the problems with why some things aren't going the way I expect. Correct place, MemPalace root, or equivalent top level system. So, okay, that goes here. Let's Good. I need to check the inbox that I don't have this running in there. In both places, but better safe than sorry. Hide meeting controls because that's annoying. Okay, warning were applied. Okay, 3, inbox intake for correction MemPalace route. Example, warning, next step after saving, run, check monitor active, clean. So let's go up one level, open the PowerShell. Check, check, recognized. So space here. But it's no summary. Okay. You executed monitor language as PowerShell commands. Use no drift detected. Next step, resume simple loop. Okay. Nervous. Status clean, good catch for execution. So required folder structure must exist first. Inbox extracted cleanup. Only. Da, da, da. Wait. Why did I never come across this command before? So get child item D OneDrive directory. Oh my God. I've been through so much hell over this file structure. Okay, so no way. Copy that D OneDrive. Open terminal. But we're not in the subfolders. My incoming files. It's just like dyslexic panic. Maybe I'll go and watch the video again and just look in there and see where I started. Um, I think what I have to do is go inside sorted and see staging. Sure. No, they're not in downloads. Um, Very, um, that it's allowing me to stay a little more calm and Jesus. Huh. Don't think we wanted this. Did only CJ. I cannot believe how much easier it is to just communicate with chat with these restrictions. Um, okay, so updated mapping command, safe scope. This is fun. Mapping. Okay, learned something new. My son told me today, Python is a language. Um, updating mapping, update mapping command. And entire fold systems in C. Can I copy that? Because this is tedious to write. It's not like it's going to, um, it's not like it's going to what, Chandra? Updating mapping commands, full subfolder systems. So that's called a subfolder system. We're mapping a subfolder system. Okay, so that will give us full tree. I didn't know I could do that. So anytime I'm confused about folder structures from now on, it needs to be mapping. So mapping. Not rename anything. Paste both outputs. What do you mean? I get it. Folders, yeah, that was confusing. Correction, no regression. It's working. Rule reinforced. One command, verify, run, no interpretation. Oh my God, this is great. Okay, so this makes more sense. Okay, the underscore staging, and this is for D underscore sorted. Well, I was writing all of these out by hand before. Oops. And it was so confusing, so stressful, so time and energy consuming. So now, mapping requests. Okay, just check. Divided. Okay, so that would be it. Mhm. And we paste and run. We have C staging, OneDrive sorting. Sorting is happening in two locations. Rule trigger, destination duplication, system drift. Uh-huh. Fix one action only. Do not move files yet. We freeze wrong destination. Do nothing to see staging OneDrive sorted. Just stop using it. Critical insight. Your previous runs created a shadow sorted system inside staging. This caused contamination risk, confusion of final versus temporary. Clean execution path from now. OneDrive, extracted, process. D, OneDrive, sorted. Next step, run for execution. We now run step one, corrected to your system. Okay. Oh, I cannot begin to express how happy I am. And we already did that. Let's move on to a new command. D, OneDrive C staging, OneDrive extracted. Step 8. Needed step 8. Me. Answer stop equals do nothing further. You do not run another command to fix anything, interpret output. You simply wait, report back. What you did correctly, you ran step 8, now you paused. Rule applied. Execution boundary control. Next step, send, run, monitor. With shall, content error, correct action. Type here. Okay, I get it. Learning. Correct command used, correct environment, no drift. System check results, source folder confirmed accessible, no premature movement, control maintained. Next step. Step 2, first control action, move one small batch only. Okay, so question. PowerShell window, do not close window, open in Y. Maintains context, avoids path session confusion. Environment stability. God, that's a great series of commands. Exception, only if open new window, only if errors persist. Proceed with step 2 in same command window. Okay, so we're at step 2. Step 2. Step 2, I forgot just step 2. Okay. Select object, move object. Verify. Get child. D1 drive, C staging, work in progress, enter. Okay. Stop. So that was two. That was three. Stopped in a send. Send means tell chat. Monitor. Correct source use. Correct destination. Used. Verification step included, no drift. System state, stable, ready for sort phase. Next step, step 3, controlled sort images only. Run. Okay. Oversee. Okay, single sorting rule applied, no strategy, mixed and correct destination, final sorted, staging reduced correctly. System state, stable, images isolated successfully. Next step, run for fallback miscellaneous. Just run a code in PowerShell to map everything. That's insane. Sorted miscellaneous. Verifying PowerShell. Stop. Let me check things. Check your last actions against rules, detects drift errors, return status, +1 correction if needed. Should you visibly check? Yes. Minimal targeted only. What to check? Exact mapping. I love this. I'm always confused normally because of the dyslexia. Work in progress should be empty. Don't even know where this work in progress folder is. So OneDrive, C, staging, work in progress. Images should contain moved image files. OneDrive sorted images. Okay, so let's see if that's in there. Sorted. Yes, check the ghost folder. Staging OneDrive sorted. Okay. Progress most likely cause extension filter did not match actual files. You already identified extensions unreliable, rule triggered, false sort logic. Fix, one action only, no rewrite. Run this inspection. Okay. Extension state. So no, PowerShell shows no files and work in progress. Files still present. Rule triggered. Visibility, not reality. Files are not dash file, could be folders or hidden special items. Fix one action only. That gets my hackles up. I see the files, don't tell me they're not real. Okay. Reveal all items, including non-file. Do not interpret paste output. I'm almost insulted sometimes by the tone. I know it's what it should be, but it's like being that child in that position where you can't question the order you're given and you feel like kind of feeble and small. That's what it feels like when chat talks to you this way. Files, work in progress contains directories, not loose images. Wrong object type, folder versus file. Why images didn't move. Your sort command used file, ignores everything inside folders. Well, you wrote the command, motherfucker. Fix one action, correct scope. So the scope is wrong. It should say files, not folder. Error message. I didn't think this was going to be complicated. And I definitely don't trust chat because I don't feel like we're communicating properly enough to fully get. Religion handled correctly. I still see some, just partially. New only duplicate safely skipped. Important insight locked. Your data set contains many duplicate files across folders. This is now a known system constraint. So fallback recursive. Let's run this. Okay, we've done so. Verify PowerShell. Same condition as for duplicate file names with trigger errors again. Rule triggered, unsafe fallback, no collision handling. Okay. No, do not paste the white text. Okay. Normal output, non-error, not needed for correction when to paste. Only if red text appears, something looks wrong. Signal only, not noise. Proceed with step 4, fix command. Okay, step 4, fix. I hate it when it says one action. I don't understand it because sometimes it means like 80, literally. One action. Run. Okay, validation, safe fallback, batch process safely. I'm gonna do a visual check. Um, God, where was that happening? In Pocket Dictionary. Oh, I wish I had time to just chill with that. It's empty. Like a big fat error message because it's like, I don't know, it seems like most of those are missing. Following for execution. Uh, Okay. Let's find where you start. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Horse plus run errors. This is going to do. Press enter. What this does, ignores desktop INI. Do not retrieve previous steps. Monitor run. So this should be fully cleared, loop complete. Let's see. Okay, let's refresh that. Yay. Work in progress is empty. Loop complete, batch intake, controlled sort, safe fallback, cleanup. Next step, restart loop. Press enter. Then monitor run. Enzyme locked. Status clean. Loop reset correctly. Stable, ready for intake. Step one, new batch. Okay. What is this new batch? Just out of curiosity. So move destination work in progress. Okay. All right. Verify. Monitor on. Okay. Don't know what that was about because I'm only lightly paying attention. I want mad results, but I don't really want a whole PhD in how to do this. Batch moved correctly, size controlled correct, ready for sort phase. Next step, step two, images recursive and safe. Sorted images, JPEG. Okay, this is going to be a big one, so I'm going to stop here and then come back and start this new process. Just a second. Thanks for watching. See you soon.